good day if you're morbidly obese to go outside and do some yard work. Dark little light. Hey, what a busy weekend. Maybe the busiest weekend in sports because of Pan Am Games, because we had a Canadian contention at the RBC Canadian Open. Hernsey, a Danger Canada too. I was so proud watching him walk around and people cheer the guy on hockey sticks with Canadian flags on the end of them. People screaming, "You go!" People throw "Oh Canada," sing "Oh Canada" on the first tee. He lost it.
Jason Day, the Australian, took home the
I was good with it. So was David Hearns Friday. Anyway, we'll get to that later on this morning. But congratulations to him on a hell of a run. Also, the Pan Am Games wrapped up yesterday with Kanye West doing his thing and Pitbull doing his thing and Pitbull's dancers doing their thing, which made me feel my thing. Feel my deal. Feel my like it's when I say thing, I mean like made me feel alive.
Apparently, Kanye's mic wasn't on at the Rogers Center. You could only hear it on television.
Really?
That's awkward. Johnny has this look to be a PR opinion. I just said that in his...
Aren't you going to be doing your time up doing there? And they do this for the first time? Oh, there you go. Well, now you know it's a quick update. And your Toronto Blue Jays come back from the West Coast today. They 3-3, and I said I'd be okay. I'd be okay with 3-3, but I'd be real good with a 4-2 and a couple series wins. But yesterday, tough one, and really hard for those Toronto Blue Jays to get it done, especially when you put Aaron Loup in the 10th inning. He pitches to a right-hander, and he jacks one over the fence, like jacked one over the fence.
Greg Don saying he shouldn't have been in there after he got Robbie Cano, which took forever after he ripped one up Jim Joyce's leg. He comes in and should have been facing the righties. Should have went to the bullpen, and Greg Zahn was saying, "Yeah, your boy Luke should have been in there." No, absolutely. The game-winning dinger, Franklin Gutierrez.
Is he Spanish?
I don't. Can we check on that, Johnny?
I was, and we'll get to the Aaron Loup situation, which is like, and I tweeted yesterday, Aaron Loup is like a rash that John Gibbons keeps trying to force on us.
Like a heat run.
I'm so tired of watching Aaron Loup blow it. How many times do we have to? Anyway, we'll get to
I have been watching a lot of Blue Jays games, like the one against Oakland over the weekend and the one against Seattle. Hey, you look at their first half of the season, Toronto, they're trying to find their identity since spring training. Saunders injuries, like a step on the front career, tore his knee up, but he hasn't been playing as much. And then since the trade for Brett Larry to Oakland for Josh Donaldson, to me, he's best third baseman / shortstop in the Toronto Blue Jays history.
later on. If it doesn't work, I got an idea. If it doesn't work, keep doing it. No, this isn't working. Yeah, let's do it again. But it doesn't work. That's why we should do it. Yeah, but it's not working. Then do it. But you're not listening to me. I can't say it's not working anymore. Do it. Yep. Let's do it. Anyway, we'll get to that a little later on. In controversy at the Pan Am Games over the weekend, where Andre DeGrasse and Team Canada robbed of the Americans. Protest with they got teamed up on, they got ganged up on by the Americans in Trinidad and Tobago. It was Trinidad and Tobago's finest moment, by the way. This is most anybody's talking about Trinidad and Tobago. Protesting the 4x100 relay win by Canada because they said some guy stepped on the line. Indeed, he stepped on the line. However, as Donovan Bailey pointed out, and I found this out this morning, America protests every time someone else other than America wins. They'll look for a way to protest, and indeed, they could.
I'm quite glad this year's Pan American Games is done and in the books, and it's like, wow, we can actually get back to other things to just having talked about Pan American Games, like, it's done. We can get back to other sports to watch. A lot of baseball still to watch. NBA is back in Super League. Little NHL still in the off season. NFL still in the off season.
This weekend, not once. They protested the first time. They're like, he didn't even have. So the guy running the anchor, he apparently stepped on the line. Well, he did, I get it, but he didn't have the baton yet. So apparently, if you don't have the baton, you're not on the line. So yeah, you're not actually in the race. So he's in the race now. He gets the baton. Now he stays between the lines. They're like, no, screw you, America. You know. So then, 2 hours later, they gang up on Trinidad and Tobago, like, hey, go in on this one with us, because we already protested one, now we need you to help us. They're like, yeah, sure, whatever, you're America. We all want to be there. And then they protest and take triple gold away from Andre DeGrasse, and then gold away from everybody else that was in the 4x100. America. And Matt Brown was there. He's sitting in this week for Brian Fabro. Now, Matt, let me ask you a couple of questions about this. You're at the event. You're at the 4x100. Do you have any insight into, like, because you were actually talking to some of the officials, is that not correct?
Yeah, the officials right after said that usually the protest would come down within a half hour. They would know right away. But the thing was, the decision didn't come down for 2 hours. So there was the first protest by the U.S. that wasn't upheld. So it wasn't until the Trinidad and Tobago one that they lost the gold medal for. But 2 hours after was very... I'm not a track and field expert by no means, but
you look like one.
That's not the normal way.
Yeah. What do you mean? You said it looks like the normal way. It doesn't look like
it wasn't the normal way. It's that it should have been within a half hour. They should have had a decision right away. To be step on the line or not, it was pretty simple.
Yeah. And so usually it becomes within a half hour. So they wait 2 hours to file a complaint because they're just watching video trying to find any reason they can to file a protest or a complaint with the Pan Am committee. Is that correct?
They filed before the 2 hours, but the decision wasn't made until 2 hours after.
So they really had to deliberate.
Apparently.
It took that long to figure that out.
But go figure, right? But you got like 100 million medals. You've won the Pan Am Games. You got lots of gold. Like this one, you're gonna do this. You're gonna do this to Canada. You're gonna do this to these 4 kids who tried their ass off. You still came in.